In today's video, we are going to talk about warm up and how to do your warm up properly. I'm sure you heard about the terms warm up. It's a very common term that's used whenever you do exercise. When you were in school, I'm sure your PE teacher have taught you that, oh, okay, make sure you warm up before you start exercising. But what is the purpose of warm up? And how to do a good warm up so that you will get the best benefit? So in today's video, we're going to talk about that. Now, why do we need to do warm up? I always explain that our muscle is like a rubber band, right? Sometimes I explain it, your body, your muscles are like rubber band. Just imagine your rubber band is really tight, right? And immediately when you pull it very fast, it will break, okay? Your rubber band can break. There's a very high chance of it breaking if that rubber band is stiff. So that's how our body functions. So our muscles are like rubber band fiber, okay? So if you do not pull it gently before your exercise, you might risk having your muscle tear apart, okay? So that is the reason why warm up is so important, because if you do not do your warm up properly, then you're basically risking yourself from injury. A lot of people that I have seen in the gym, they never do warm up properly. They just straight away go into the machine and started doing their lifting, okay? Even if you go for like Zumba classes or even yoga or Pilates, actually you're supposed to do a warm up. A good program of a warm up, a good class should start with a nice easy warm up and then you slowly progress into it, okay? That's how it works. So you cannot go straight into some difficult movement, because that is going to be very, very risky. Just give you an example, right? Every time you've been sitting at home for very long, okay? You've been sitting at home for very long, and then you suddenly think that, oh, I think I want to go for a jog. So you put on your workout attire, you wear your shoes, and then straight away you go out and immediately you sprint. How do you feel? Your body basically feel like, it doesn't want to move. It just feels so hard. Your muscle will be sore immediately. So that is without warm up, right? Without warm up, you're going to feel your muscles are going to be like super tense. It doesn't know how to react. But if you start your jogging by walking first, you give yourself some time to just walk or slow jog, slowly getting your body used to the feeling and your body start heating up. Then when you start sprinting, your body will feel like, okay, it's not too difficult. So how do you know whether this warm up is good, right? Basically, you need to start feeling your body getting warmer. So that is why it's called as warm up, right? So you imagine your body is in a cold state. You're in a cold aircon room, or your weather in your country or your state is probably cold, okay? So your body is cold. You need to start letting your body move until you feel like your body getting like warm. You might start to feel like you have a little bit of sweat. Then that means you're already in the process of having a warm up. You shouldn't be from cold and straight away do some difficult exercises, okay? So that is what warm up is for. But how do you do a warm up properly? Now, a lot of people think warm up means stretching, okay? Once upon a time when I was younger, when I was still dancing, I was doing ballet for a very, very, very long time. So every time when my teacher say, oh, warm up before you start the class, so what do is actually we do a lot of stretching. And as I grow older, then I realized that, hey, that's not the way to warm up. Warm up actually requires movement. It's not static. So that is a very common mistake that people make when they say warm up, they just start doing a lot of stretching, especially static stretching. What does it mean by static stretching? It means you stretch in a position for more than 30 seconds. Okay, so you shouldn't be holding in one position for more than 30 seconds if you want to achieve a good warm up. What you need to do is allow your body to move. For example, a good stretching, a good warm up can be, warming up for your shoulder. This is a movement. Okay, but if you straight away you go into a stretch like this and hold for a long period of time, that is not called warm up. And you know what might happen if you do a static stretching, you stretch for more than 30 seconds, what can happen is actually you will weaken your muscle. Now, I've done these studies before. I was part of a research, actually, basically. So I was part of this research. They were studying about how the muscle works, how much time do we need to stretch or move or warm up to achieve the best result for the athlete, okay, for the dancer or whatsoever. So when I was doing that study, I found out that if I do a dynamic warm-up, which is I keep moving with my body while feeling the stretch, after I finish that dynamic stretching, I actually feel like, my body is ready for a good workout. And when I prolong the stretching, I do a static stretching, means I stay there for more than 30 seconds. What happens is my muscles become weakened. So through the experiment, I actually found that, okay, I've been doing things wrongly. So I hope people do not make this same mistake anymore. So let me repeat again. If you want to do a good warm-up, make sure that warm-up is a dynamic movement or dynamic stretching. Means you actually allows your body to keep moving and moving and moving around. Yeah, so it really depends on what is your target muscles during that time. So for bodybuilders, a lot of times we like to do splits, right? Workout splits. So if you are focusing on upper body, the most important joints that you need to stretch is your shoulders, your wrists, okay, your back and your chest muscles. So all these muscle parts you need to make sure that is fully warm up. You just feel like you're getting warmer. That's how you do it. Okay, so again, I want to emphasize on something. If you're not doing weightlifting, okay, even if you're going for yoga, do not straight away go into a stretching. You should start by doing some movement. Okay, I think one of the very good practice is, if you do yoga, one of the best practice is start with your flow movement. I don't know what you call it, Surya Namaskar. Some of them call it sun salutation. Okay, do the sun salutation because it is a movement. You don't actually hold in that position for too long. If you start holding there for too long, then you will start to feel your body is like, it loses the energy. Okay, so the point of a workout is to give you prepare your body to have energy and make sure you do not hurt yourself before you start your exercise. Okay, so that is very important. So I want everybody to take note on that. Warm up is very important. If you do not do your warm up, you might risk hurting your muscles or your joints. Okay, so that's it for today's video, and I see you next video. I will talk about another mistake that people make.